Hello glue sniffers! Many times scale model tracks are completely covered in mud, and if they are also made from metal, the procedure is well known and quite simple. But what about dealing with plastic or perhaps rubber ones? And on top of that, you want a clean, slightly dusty look. In that case, this quick tutorial is spot on for you. For this tutorial, we will use those nice link-by-link plastic tracks from Daswerk or Dragon. They belong to an 8-ton half track, my current Diorama project. The build video is already on my channel. They are nicely made and quite detailed. And they also have rubber pads, so they are the perfect case for this demonstration. The gear. You will need 4 basic paints, 4 basic enamel product, some graphite, and some brushes, because there is no need for an airbrush with this approach. How cool is that? The first step is the primer, which was applied with an airbrush. I know what I said, but first, you don't need it doesn't mean you must not use it. And second, anyway, you have to put on some primer and it should be black, because of the rubber pads. And also, if you miss some spots while painting, they will result in deep shadows anyway. So, black it is. The painting. We will start with a nice coat of neutral grey for all the metal parts. The back was done in like 30 seconds with a nice big flat brush. The front is a bit more tedious because you have to skip the rubber pads. Don't go crazy about it. You can always correct the pads with some black in the end. Here is the result. Easy peasy. The next step is an overall black acrylic wash. The paint should be quite thin and you just apply it all over the place. In this case, you don't have to worry about hitting the rubber pads. This should make some shadows on the grey metal pieces. After the shadows, here comes the highlights. Those will be made with white paint and some dry brushing. And you guessed it, they should be put only on the grey metal parts. Now that I think about it, you should retouch the rubber pads with black after this step if needed, because this dry brushing can be quite messy too. You can see that the metal parts are coming to life. It's time to switch to enamel products. We will start with streaking rust effects from Ammo, but you can also use a darker rust oil paint. If you are not familiar with these products, always start by thinning them with white spirit. In the worst case scenario, you will have to apply it more times. I covered the entire metal surface. I'm quite familiar with those effects, but if you are not, prepare some test pieces and test them, leaving them to dry after the application, and you will see how they work. While the first coat was still wet, I took light rust wash from Ammo and used it to make some variations. Here, you can go with the lighter rust oil paint. This wash is thinner and it was used straight from the bottle. It will blend with the previous coat by itself, but if you exaggerate, just blend it with some white spirit. These products dry slowly and you have all the time to play with them. The weathering. Light dust from Ammo is the MVP of this tutorial, and you should use it when the previous work is dry. This one must be used with a lot of white spirit, not only in this case, always. I addressed the rubber pads mostly, but I also touched some metal links with it. Again, making some variation is the key here. After about 10 minutes, you can start to remove the excess from the top of the rubber pads. And here we go. The tracks already look cool, but we can go further. Until now, all the steps were kind of generic for all the tracks. But now, for the cherry on top, we should take a look at the wheels of our vehicle. The contact surface of our wheels is rubber, and you should also take a look at where they are running. The sprocket wheel will tell you how you should treat the teeth on the tracks. First, we will simulate the contact surface of the wheels. Engine grime from Ammo was used for this task. It is a sludgy grey/brown thick enamel paint and it is perfect for simulating rubber wheels running on metal tracks, crushing and mixing dust, dirt and grease. It was used straight from the bottle and you just keep in mind how wide the wheels are. Eyeballing it will be more than good enough. It is a small little detail that will be visible only to the most picky eyes, but it is there. I used oily steel from Vallejo for the worn metal effect on the teeth, but any metallic color will be okay. Just skip gold, green or violet. The sprocket wheel told me that I should only treat the front and the back of the teeth. The paint was quite thick, and a little patience is needed if you want to hit only the upper half of the tooth. The white dry brushing is still visible, and you can use this as a guide. And while you are there, try to do some transition with the paint rather than a sharp line. The teeth look okay to me. Let's move on. Another small step is to treat all the worn teeth with some graphite. This piece of graphite was taken from a masonry pencil. Just rub the stick on the teeth when the paint is dry, of course. You can also rub the outer part of the metal parts. This will result in a nice and quite realistic worn metal effect in the end. And here they are. Not bad for about 6 hours of work with drying time included. I will kindly invite you to subscribe to this channel, let me know in the comments what you think about this video, and check out my Patreon page if you really like my work and want more of it. Until the next one, stay healthy, stay cool, and put some glue on the styrene too. Bye!